Okay. Oh, Lady Dane is not in focus. Like options to record now. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sewing Buzz, happy June. Thank you everybody for tuning in today. This is going to be a talkative one, so I highly suggest you grab your beverage of choice, have me playing in the background, all of that good stuff. And yeah, we'll talk about this new background. If you missed the video and everything, I don't know, why would you miss the video? But anyway, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you to all those who are new to the channel. If you like this content, consider thumbsing up the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell so you do not miss the next upload, which will be on Wednesday. It will be what I am wearing and what Lady Dane is wearing, but we'll talk about that briefly in a moment. First and foremost, let's go ahead and say who, or what I should say, the pattern pick is for the month of June. So up on the community tab was the pattern in focus. We know it's this quarter, it is Butterick. We're closing out this quarter, the second quarter of the year, with Butterick patterns. And so yeah, if you missed the previous pattern in focus video, which would have been Butterick 6875, that was May's pick. And so check that out. If you haven't sewn it up, it's still available. I did a sew along real quick, real easy. You may not even need my sew along. But anyway, here we are. It is June and the selection made is Butterick 6876. And so I will be interested in doing view A. I believe that's what I left up on the community tab. That is the version I will be doing. I want to do a printed version. I think I know what fabric I'm going to use. Again, we focusing on this fabric stash. I think I know what I want to use for that. Couple options running. Actually, there's two that's running through my head. Best case scenario, I'll just make two because I can kind of see two. But anyway, you'll see that towards the end of the month, the actual sewn up garment. Now, for those who may have missed it, maybe you missed a few videos, that is okay. That is okay. Head on back if you missed my top 10, or the 10 patterns I should say, that I choose for my 10-piece summer dress collection series. I choose 5 from commercial. You all love those. I'm excited. Definitely excited. I almost have all of my fabric for that. And then actually I have a couple pieces, 3 new pieces coming in. One will be for the commercial, but then I also shared the 5 from the indie pattern collection. And so the fabric that's coming in is for a couple of those dresses. So I'll probably share that over on Instagram because it'll be a quickie, and maybe I'll do a short. I'll probably do a short here on YouTube as well, so you can see what I have chosen and for what pattern. So super excited about that. So those who are new to the Sewing Buzz, typically it depends, you know, how it's going, but I tend to share what is going on in the sewing community. Mainly as of late, it's been about what's been going on in my sewing community up here, my head, and if I've been paying attention to any sewing challenges or anything that's going on, I will share those as well. But this video is dedicated to highlighting the new indie patterns that have been released that caught my eye. Not every single indie pattern, obviously. The ones I think that you might be interested in or that I want to share, I will put those here or bring those to you here on the channel. But the only sewing challenge that I've caught for June, let me think, is the Sew Your View. I'll pop that up here because I can't remember what the pattern was, but I'll pop that up here. Sew Your View sewing challenge for June. I think that was June. If I got that wrong, I won't put anything up. But follow Sew Your View because they do something every month. And then on the Sew Over 50 Instagram, they are doing hashtag Sew What You Need June 24. So basically it's kind of piggybacking off of Me Made May, in that if you use Me Made May to kind of dissect what the pieces are that you have in your closet, maybe there's some pieces, some gaps that are missing in your closet. It could be accessories, it could be anything, but you found that I would like, you know, either something X, Y, and Z, or maybe I need more of a certain thing because I found during Me Made May, maybe I gravitated towards something and maybe you just need that thing and a couple of extra colors, something like that. It's all about sew what you need, sew what you need for June. Now, there is a few things that I'm working on. A few of my videos got pushed back because of scheduling and kind of a little off. So just stay tuned for the month of June because I do have some really, really good things in store. The next thing is my sewing machine, my Janome HD3000. You guys, you know, if you missed that video, you can go back on my channel and check it out if you're interested. But you know, I had the issue with my serger, my brother 1034D. And it was raveling and having issues with serging and cutting properly, and it was, you know, getting stuck. And so I did that video showing you me switching the blade out, and I deep cleaned. I took the whole serger apart, deep cleaned, and changed the knife on it. Runs like butter. Now runs like butter. Then the Janome started acting up, and I was like, what is going on? So if you saw my Love Notions Crescendo jean video, you know I was having issues with top stitching. Well, that wasn't the only issue I was having. I noticed that it was something happening underneath. And because I was looking at the tension, looking at the top, but it was something in the bobbin that I felt was catching, or it just kept fraying underneath, and I couldn't understand why. And so I finally just sat there and I was like, okay, Lord, what is wrong with this machine? And come to find out, and I'll pop up a little clip, video here. My needle plate was damaged, like damaged big time. And I assessed that to be, at times, if I didn't properly set a stitch, because I bought that machine for handbag making. If I didn't properly set the fabric or stitch, or, you know, pound it out, you know, thin it out properly, and just was not paying attention to thicker areas of things I was sewing, I would sew, and then if I back stitched, then the needle would break. It would like get stuck. It would hit. You can hear it hit the needle plate. Then it'll get stuck, and then the needle will break. I've experienced that several times on this machine. And so, not thinking that that was damaging the needle plate, because it was, come to find out, as you can tell in the video, needle plate was damaged. Order a new needle plate through Amazon. That came. I replaced it. And I cleaned out because that machine hadn't been taken in. I think I took, I don't know, I can't remember. I feel like I took the brother and the Janome in at the same time, like 3 years ago. And so the Janome wasn't clean on the inside. And because I do, as I say, in between projects, I do, you know, wipe away. But having to take out the bobbin and that needle plate, and I was able to lift things out, cleaned it out. Runs like butter. So happy, because I was thinking, oh, am I gonna have to take this in? Which, if I did, no big deal, because I do have a couple backup machines. But still, I was a little concerned, because I'm thinking, ooh, what an expense. So the other thing that is going on, if you guys are watching all of the frock tales that is happening around in the United States, ones from Miami to Atlanta to now Chicago is coming up. Then you have, there was one in LA, and then the Bay Area. I think the one for Bay Area in California is coming up, but the one for Chicago is coming up this coming up weekend. And so there's a lot of sewists that's going. And so what I have been having fun with, I don't know if you all have been, chime in below if you are going to Frock Tales Chicago and you have an Instagram and all of that, because you know I like peeking in, seeing, be nosy. I want to see how much fun everybody having. I love it. I love seeing all of the ideas people are coming up with, what they are deciding what they're gonna make, and all of that, the execution, and then how it looks in the end. Yeah, so go. There is a every time a frocktail I notice comes up, a separate Instagram account is created for it. So there is a Chicago Frocktails account. There was an Atlanta one. There's a Miami one. Or is it South Florida Frocktails? And then there's Bay Area Frocktails. I can't remember. I know there was LA, but anyway, I know there's one for New York and all of that. But go follow. It is so much fun. I just like seeing people's creative process and their excitement and how they light up, you know, when something they've created, how the execution came about. So that has been so much fun. So if you have not been watching any of the frocktails behind the scenes on different people's accounts and stuff like that, you must go watch. Okay, quick sidebar. Weight loss. I have to come in, you guys, and tell you, do you know how your memories, my OneDrive memories pop up? I'm sure that for you guys too, memories might pop up in your email, or some picture or something that you took from 2, 3, 4 years ago, whatever pops up. And you guys, this picture popped up of me, and I was like, wow, wow, sister waist, look at that stomach, oh wow. And I got to thinking, I'm like, okay, because I noticed my and haven't shied away by my measurements, but I've noticed my measurements ticking up in a different direction, and I gain weight in different areas first before it becomes overly noticeable, I guess. But at any rate, honey, take those pictures, take those measurements, because measurements and pictures speak 1,000 words if you're on a weight loss journey. If you're not on a weight loss journey, fast forward past this, and yeah. But what I noticed was, I was like, okay, I had to go back to that time when I took those pictures and the size I cut and my measurements. I was like, oh, so we gained 25 pounds in the past 2 years, because that picture was taken when we lived in our home prior to building and moving out here. Because I had maintained my weight during that move time. You all heard me talk about that before. But I was like, oh no, we got to rein this in, because if I'm honest, I really did let the all of the food and everything, some things creep back in that don't help my body. Has nothing to do with vanity, anything like that. It's about how you feel when you walk, when you go up and down some stairs, when you moving about, just regular movement and all of that. If things start feeling, for me, I'm speaking on me. Yeah, so the husband and I had decided we are back into, because I know what we were doing during that time. I don't want to say it was full-blown keto, but it was that kind of ketogenic lifestyle, and definitely low carbs and the high protein, healthy fats, all of that good stuff. So we have decided to go back to that. So we are back in that, and plus, you all know I've talked about this many times, my goal weight is 170, 180. That's healthy for me, and when I feel the strongest in my body health wise, and joints and all of the other different stuff. So anyway, yeah, your girl is back on track. I will keep you posted, because I figured maybe I'll give an update during the sewing buzz, maybe a 5-minute something every month or every couple months. I'll keep you posted. So you all know, if you saw my denim mystery fabric box, that I had received that extra 15 yards of fabric. Well, I have decided to keep the that neon, the lace, because I saw something on Instagram. If I can pop up the picture, I'll pop it up here. But I saw somebody on Instagram with this on, and the bottom was lace and the top was a solid knit, and it was the same color. I was like, ding, ding, ding. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. And so I am going to look for some neon kind of green knit to go with that. So, and it looked like, I don't know, the bottom and top of that skirt could have been both knit. But so obviously I'm gonna have to make sure that I construct that in a way where if the top is gonna be knit, or I could just do a whole woven, but I was really thinking knit. No, I'll just do woven. I take that back. I'm going to look for woven and just do a top and combine it together with the bottom and just make a whole dress. I want to do a whole dress. And so I was like, that's going to be so cute because I'm thinking of accessorizing and how I want to accessorize it. The black piece of fabric, that is already in the mail to my good friend Myra Lorraine. Her and I were talking and everything about the fabric, and I told her, I said, I totally forgot you like wearing black. I don't care for wearing black, and I love the ideas. I appreciate all of the ideas you all came up with for that, but I don't enjoy wearing black. And so even if I did some kind of color blocking or shawl or something like that, I just don't like wearing it. And so I have one outfit in black. It's a jacket and some shorts. This what was it, Mimi G Simplicity was part of my summer collection last year, that I wanted something basic that I absolutely did not own at all, and it's black. And so, and that's the only black pieces I want. So I was like, I'm good. So that is off in the mail to her. The striped knit that I shared, and that kind of polyester teal, that I am taking to the next Sewing Fashionistas meetup and see if anybody wants it. I'm gonna give it away. If nobody decides that they want it, I will send it to my mother. But I figure it's probably easier just to see if somebody, because it's a lot of ladies there, somebody might want it. I'll just give it away. But yeah, so that is what happened with the extra 15 yards of fabric. The other pieces I'll just keep, which only end up being what, 2 other pieces I'm keeping. The other 3 are all gone. So anyway, all right, next up, if you have not noticed, we have a different background going on here. Options now for where I want to record in my room. I'm loving this. If you missed the video, you guys, all of this stuff is linked in that video. This here, a lot of you guys, few people did reach out about this. This came from Amazon. It's linked in my video. I will pop that up. It'll be linked down in the description box. But you guys, now that this space is completely cleared, I've organized everything. Yes, there are some things in the garage that I moved to the garage, like a few indie patterns and some miscellaneous like fabrics, but that's intentional because we're getting the garage organized. And so there's always was going to be an area where I had some of that stuff. And then but when I tell you, I just love it. I love. I feel like I can breathe. I feel like my creative juices were blocked to a certain degree. Do anybody feel like that? Have you ever felt like that? Where if your space is not clean, unless you can, some people can function in places. I've heard this said many a times, even with coworkers, where I walk into their office and I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you even think in here? Stuff is all over the place. But they're like, that's just who they are, and that's how they know where everything is. Even if it looks like a mess to you or I, they know exactly where everything is. I'm total opposite. I like things in their place. After I sew, I clean up. And so I kept this closet door closed for the most part because it was so messy. And now that it's all completely organized, I think I said in my video, I closed this door to iron, but I don't. I just set the iron in front of this, and you know, because it's easy. I love it. So if you missed the video for my sewing room refresh, go watch that video. Yes, I have some upcycle news. So this month you will get an upcycle video from me. You most certainly will. But you all, I have been talking about, you know, doing the research I've been doing, things I've been reading, following different YouTubers, Instagram, all of this. And I'm the big thing for me, I know that's important, is the deconstruction process. Like not going ham and just cutting up stuff and everything like that, but taking my time, making sure I pretty much know for the most part what direction I want to go. It don't have to be exact, but for the most part, knowing which way I want to go. And so one thing, this was, when did I get this? I think I got this in late April or early May, you guys. And it was May, early May, I had purchased this book. It is called Fashion Upcycling, the DIY Guide to Sewing, Mending, and Sustainable Reinventing Your Wardrobe. And I'll pop, yeah, you should be able to see that. This book, you guys, is so good. This young lady, is she on the cover? No, she's not on the cover. Where is she? Oh, she's on the back. She is on the back. This young lady here, apparently she was on years ago, if you remember Project Runway, when they did, what was it, Project Runway Juniors, she was on there. But I came across her because of a post that Simplicity put up about somebody upside. It was, I think because I say denim so much and I'm always putting denim hashtag or whatever on my post, everything, all things denim or blue or something to that effect always pops up. So something from Simplicity Group popped up with, her name is, I don't know how to pronounce her first name, Hilado maybe is how you pronounce her last name. But anyway, something popped up that she upcycled. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. And it was different. It was, what was it, button-ups. And so I just went and checked out her page. And I was like, oh, this young lady got it going on. And when I was going through her page, I saw she had mentioned something about this book. And I was like, oh, did she write a book? She sure did. She sure did. And when I tell you, I went through this entire book. Like I said, I got this at the beginning of May, and I went through this entire book, and it really helped wrap my mind. It was good to read some things about the deconstruction, reconstruction, different ideas, and different, when I tell you, she has all these projects in here. It's actually, I forget how many projects are in here, but she tells you how to do all of the projects. It looks like it's well over 20 projects, because she goes, she does denim pants, of course. She does what she can do with jersey t-shirts, making handbags, no-sew fabric weaving, pillowcase to tote. She has a lot of stuff in here. I'll link it. I got it off of Amazon, so I'll link it in my Amazon. And so if just read through it. It might be something for those whoever else is interested in the whole upcycling, getting into it. But because I know, so one of the textiles I'll be using a lot to do some upcycling with will be denim. I went ahead and invested in some professional shears, professional sewing shears. I purchased these off of Amazon, and I just looked at some different reviews. These are called by the Thread Nanny, and they are ultra razor sharp, lightweight, and comfortable, high density carbon steel, and best for professional or home use. So with it came a what do you call that, a measuring tape. A measuring tape came in there, and it also came, and I'm trying to get the look, here it is. It came also in this case, this plastic case. So it came like this inside the box, right? And so when I took it out, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, let's see, can you, I don't know if you can hear that, but they were oiled, because you can see the oil on there, and they definitely have a nice little weight to them. I can't remember how much I paid for these, but anyway, I'll link it in my Amazon store. But I wanted something specifically to be able to deconstruct denim and different weights of denim, and so I decided, okay, these are my dedicated upcycle scissors. I know, you guys, we got scissors for paper, scissors for fabric, maybe even scissors for different types of fabric, right? But then now I have my, what I call my upcycle scissors. So I am super excited about that. I am working on a piece. I have decided, finally kind of rested on what I wanted to do. And so I'm recording bits and pieces as I'm going. So crossing fingers, you should get that this month. That was always my intention, but because of a few pattern tests I've been involved with, a couple were pushed back, and so that meant the videos for those had to be pushed back and everything. So the other videos I was planning ended up getting pushed around a little bit. So we shall see, but stay tuned, because that is what is coming up. Now on to the new indie pattern releases. So there were there's only 7 that I have to share with you, but a few of these you already know about. First of all, this is the chorus top by Love Notions. This dropped. I was a pattern tester for it. You will hear all of the details. It is still on sale. It is on sale until June 6th, 2024. I have 2 versions. You'll hear all about this split sleeve, I should say, cowl neck, all of that, the details on Wednesday. But if you saw the release and you went over to Love Notions, you saw me already in this one. When I tell you guys, I absolutely love it. You all know how I love the deep V's and drape necklines. And so, yes, stay tuned for Wednesday. However, if you have not picked it up, make sure you do pick it up. Consider using my code. I am a brand ambassador for Love Notions. Yes, plug. Use SND2 for an additional 10% off your purchase of this pattern while it is on sale. Again, it's on sale for $9.50, and so get an additional 10% off, and then it goes back to regular price come Friday. So grab the pattern. However, you already saw another one I'm not going to go into detail on. It was released early May, which was the Algarve by Itch to Stitch. I do want to make another one of those. I am like into all of the tops these days, because that is one thing that was missing in my closet. I absolutely love dresses, but when I do want to put on, and shorts and tops is what I'm missing, and maybe a couple skirts as well. But the skirts that I do have and I want to put something with it, I'm like, okay, I always resort to the same top I wear with the skirt, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we need some more tops. We need more tops in our lives. It doesn't prevent me from wearing the skirt or whatever if I decide to wear the skirt, but it's like, okay, can I get some variety? And so, yeah, so making the tops, the Algarve was another one that I do want to make. I made that in a fabric I absolutely love, which was that graffiti fabric. So yeah, and of course, all the patterns that I'm talking about will be linked in the description box. This next one is the Friday Pattern Company Butano button-up. I really do like this, but I like good button-ups, period. I like good button-ups, period. Especially ones like this that has that relaxed fit, looks to be really easy construction. I've made a couple Friday Pattern Company patterns, and I like their instructions. They're really easy, and plus they're size inclusive. And so I think you can get it. This could definitely be a workhorse in your wardrobe, right? The next one is, if you are into caftans, and you all know I'm already making 2 for my summer dress collection, but Beauty J'adore Nikki has dropped her Donna caftan, which is absolutely gorgeous. If you saw her reel, and she did a sew along. Was the sew along on IG? It might be. So you probably be able to go watch it over there on IG. Either way, I'll link to the website for her pattern down in the description box. But this here, I love the flow, the movement of it, and when that popped up, yeah, a lot of people was like, yes, they are making that. It is so vacation vibe, summer ready piece. It is absolutely beautiful. Then there is the Party Peplum by Patterns by D. If you follow D, she has a YouTube channel, so make sure you go check her out here on YouTube. She does a lot of live sew-alongs for different patterns, and she did a sew-along for her Party Peplum. And so all of the versions, go follow her over on Instagram. I'll also leave her Instagram down below, because that's how you can obtain her pattern. Until she gets her website and everything together, you can DM her for her pattern, which is awesome. So the versions that I've seen, yeah, the whole double peplum, the whole, yeah, it definitely giving party vibes, right? Very, very nice pattern. And yeah, congratulations, D, on another launch. So my handbag ladies, you know, Lavender and Twine, they just released the Samarin shoulder bag. When I tell you, I really love the D. If I could buy this, because this is not part of my no buy. I'm no buying commercial indie patterns, garments, but it doesn't include accessories. I was thinking about getting this. And I was like, okay, you haven't sewn through even a quarter of the handbag patterns you already have. And so I said, okay, And I've made a couple of her patterns before, lavender and twine patterns before, so I know her instructions are good, and they come with video instruction. I like the detail on this bag. I like, if you go over to the website and follow the hashtag for the bag, you see all of the different variations, how people play with vinyl and all of that for this. Very, very nice, really nice pattern. I love the details. The details are amazing. Then switching back to garment, we have a free pattern by Seamwork. Now here, the thing with this free pattern is that you just have to create an account in order to get this pattern for free. And so it is the Benning dress pattern. And I thought this was a good pattern to share because the bodice of this is could become a good TNT or block, right? That then you can use for something else, because all they did was have the block attached to, you know, the square long rectangular pieces, right, to create the tiers. And I was like, yeah, you can really have fun with this. So if you haven't made a tier dress, or you're looking for something, an easy tier dress, and I've sewn Seamwork patterns before and their instructions are super duper easy, this will be one that kind of get your foot in there. And if you haven't sewn Seamwork patterns before, this is probably one to go ahead and get your foot in, see if you like their instructions. Plus it's a full garment. Sometimes with free patterns, it's just a t-shirt or something simple, a bag, you know, a simple bag of some sort. This is a whole garment. So then, yeah, it gives you ideas to play with, and you can also see if it's something that, you know, their patterns is something that you want to be a part of their subscription, or purchase some of their other patterns. Last but not least is the Sew House 7 Oxbow pants. Now for me, I love these pants, and it was a couple things. You all know I'm good for, oh, I'm gonna try a different fabric, you know, see how that works. This is one pattern that I personally would not do any other fabric except for the one that they suggest. They say that the description is, these are meant to be rigid. So they're meant to have a certain structure. The design is made that way. The fit is that way. I love that they have the curvy version and your standard version, standard size, non-curvy version. And I love the fit. I love the look of these, the pockets. They look to be relatively maybe advanced beginner, obviously, because you have the zipper and all of that, but they look to be pretty, or maybe intermediate. I wouldn't even say advanced, maybe intermediate beginner friendly. But these look like, it say that you can use a twill, corduroy, or canvas for a different look. And see, that's the extent they take you. They don't say, oh, use you know, a linen or something like that. No, they're sticking more towards that structured fabric for these pants. And I thought these looked so good. I thought these looked really good. And it's actually going to go on my list for ones I'm considering to purchase in 2025, when it's time for me to go through my list of patterns I'm interested in purchasing in 2025 after my pattern no buy. So that is it, everybody. I thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for having me play in the background. And thank you for those who are planning to jump on over and catch any of the videos that I talked about previously that has already gone up in the month of May. If you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comment section below. Any comments, anything like that, leave them down in the comment section below. And yeah, stay tuned for Wednesday's video. Like I said, it will be on the course, which is on sale until June 6th, but you'll see that video and all of that come Wednesday. All right, everybody, I thank you so much for tuning in today. You all have a blessed start to your week and to June, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.